What's up, guys? It's Krista, your favorite OBM for online coaches and entrepreneurs. I am here to show you tips and tricks to make your business more simplified, more streamlined, and easy. So let's get into it. Because I've noticed in my last two videos that I am stiff as a board and nervous as hell. So we're done with that. This is me, this is who I am. I am here to bring you guys really good tips and just tutorials on how to do things. So we're just letting this be a no pressure zone. So today I'm actually going to show you guys just some tips and tricks that I have used in my own emails and my clients' emails, all inside of Kajabi, to really just help you learn how to use email campaigns in there, and also just to show you some design tricks that I've learned through the way so that you can basically make your emails look beautiful, make them custom and branded to your own brand. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen and let's dive into it. Okay, guys, first things first, I'm changing camera angles up because I'm still trying to figure out where I want my webcam to be. Okay, so first things first is obviously you're going to log into Kajabi and go to your marketing area and go under email campaigns. Now, I've already started one for this and I'm going to kind of dive deeper into that. But before we do that, a couple things I want to show you to make things easier for you as you're designing things inside of Kajabi. So go to your settings, and then what I want you to do is you can see you have all of these amazing, just like really custom settings in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to site details. Now you're going to go down and you're going to see that you have colors and you can have your logo, your branding. So I have in here my logo. I already have a favicon. So of course we're sticking with the beachy vibes for me. The next thing though is if you're set up in Canva with your branding colors, what you're actually going to do is you're going to take your hex codes and you're going to pull them into here. So I've pulled in all of my hex codes. Actually, this one's wrong. This should be completely black. But you're going to pull in all of your hex codes and I can see that now I have all of my branding colors that I want to use anywhere and everywhere. So this is just another great way to set yourself up for success when you start using Kajabi. I definitely recommend like going through this entire page and filling it out. But let's get back to the marketing side of things. So let's go back over to email campaigns. And I want to show you that you do have templates to choose from inside of Kajabi. Basically, if you click on new email campaign, you can choose a broadcast or a sequence. And I'm going to do just a broadcast just to show you, but you have all of these beautiful templates and I've used them even for my own, just to get you started, just to get you on your way. That way you don't have to start from scratch. That way you can just edit and move things around and make it like your own branding. So I have already started one, so I'm going to go back to email campaigns. And then I'm going to go to this one I started. So you'll see here, click edit content. And this is my newsletter. So I've been setting this up for myself because now that I finally have my own Kajabi account, I've been working on my clients' accounts for, I don't know, 2-3 years now. And what I really love about Kajabi and just everything about it is, yes, it's a little complex. Okay, it's a little bit complex, but at the same time, it is so customized, so freaking customized. So basically what I've set up here is my own branded newsletter. And you can see that I have some really custom things in here that no, you're not going to find in Kajabi. These are things that like I've seen in FloDesk that I love, that I've kind of made my own inside of Kajabi. So we're going to start here. I've got my logo up here. It's just an image. So I've pulled my logo in. This right here is one single image that I have made inside of Canva, which I'm going to get to that in a minute. You scroll down here, you know, I've got the welcome letter, and then you've also got these dividers. And so you can make these dividers as small and as big as you want. Truly, truly believe that you absolutely should have dividers or color breaks inside of your newsletters, inside of your email marketing, whether you have a completely white email body and then the background, which is something you can change on Kajabi. You can have the background of the email be different, but you want your emails to be appealing to the eye. So that is super, super important. The next thing that I want to hit on is, I use a lot of copy paste symbols, emojis, things like that. This is another image that I have made inside of Canva, but it looks like a link. Like it literally says, click here to grab my freebie. And if they click this, you'll see on the left-hand side that they can click this and it will take them to my page where my freebie is located. Next thing definitely is my signature. I made this in Canva, pulled it in as an image, and that's just one of the great things about Kajabi is you can really edit things the way you want them inside here. So for instance, this image right here, I pulled it in as a transparent image. It goes straight onto here. And I've just messed around a little bit with the width, but you can always mess around with the padding, which padding is, when you have, if you want it to go a little bit more to the left or a little bit more to the right, or you want it to be more centered, you would make it equal on both sides. You can even do like this and negative it out, and it will move it over a little bit. Emails are a little bit harder to move things around compared to your landing pages. Landing pages move around a lot more. There's a little bit more restrictions within email campaigns. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is how I made these images and how I utilize Canva. So what I've done here is I have Canva open and I have changed everything to the color of my newsletter and what it's going to look like on my newsletter. So I pulled in my logo and I put it right where I think I would want it. And I did the same for this. So this is essentially just an image of me and then a smaller image of me that I've put in here. I did have this background, but I decided not to use it. And then right here, we have my signature. So I've just gone in, I chose my font, I chose my color. And if I change the background, I'll see exactly what it looks like on there. This is where I created my image for my freebie. So this is an image, this is a block, just a square block. And then I've used my own branding fonts and I have lifted them up so they look a little more elevated. But basically what you're going to do is you're just going to download these as transparent images. So if you go to download and you hit transparent background, if you choose one of these, you'll hit transparent because you already have a background color for this. So super important to choose your background colors first, because that'll really help you in the end when you're trying to decide what you really want things to look like. For me, I want the background to be blue because blue is my branding colors, obviously blue hair. But what is more important to me is that my newsletter is colored rather than my background, which I will show you that in just a minute. But you'll just download this, and then once you've downloaded it with a transparent background, you'll go back into Kajabi and you will, if you don't have an element already, you can just hit add section and you can hit image, and then it'll bring the new image in. And so the next thing that I want to mention is when you're creating something like this, I'm going to pull in an image that I've already put in here. When you do this, this is what it's initially going to look like. So you'll see that I have edited this above to really make it look like a cute signature, not just like, whoa, huge signature. So the way I did this was, first of all, I changed the background to what I want my background to be. So you'll see now it matches. And I messed with the desktop layout. So the desktop layout, I put it at 200, and you'll see that it makes it a lot smaller. Now, if I wanted it on the left, I could do that. If I wanted it on the right, I could do that. Now with mobile layout, all images are full width on mobile devices. So just to show you, if you're ever curious what your Kajabi page is going to look like, you're basically going to just click down here at the bottom right, and it will have different options for you to view what it's going to look like. So if we hit mobile, you'll see that this has changed a little bit, but yes, my logo is a lot bigger. And if we keep going down, you'll see, you know, here's my freebie. And another thing I'll show you on mobile, if you have an image in mobile layout, you can choose if you want the image on top of your text or if you want it not on top of your text. So I actually don't want it on top of my text. I want it below because I have these arrows. And so then you can kind of mess with the gutter height, which the gutter height is just the spacing. And there's really no spacing here because the image is already big enough. So we'll just leave it at 15. Oh, let's not put that. Okay, so you did see that it went up and it went down. So I'm just going to take it off and then put 0 because I want it really close. So yeah, it's bigger here. And then, you know, put your social media links in here, put a button. These are great ways to have people interact with your emails. Like I said, I like to do lots of visually pleasing things inside my emails because it really keeps people attracted to reading it, right? Like they are literally like, okay, I want to keep going because this is appeasing to my eye. And so, you know, you can change these divider heights. So like say I wanted it to be really small or really big, I can change them. Now, if you go negative, that's when they start to get smaller. I personally just leave it at 0. And I mess with the padding. So if I wanted it really small, I would do 0 and 0, and now it's gone. So we want to do 10 and 10 so that it's a little bit bigger. It's not so big. So we're going to change the same one over here. And that's something else I want to point out. If you have a divider or something that you love the way it looks and you want more of that going down into your newsletter, you can always click these 3 little dots right here and hit duplicate, and it will essentially bring in the same exact thing and you can put it anywhere you want. So let's say if I wanted to put it there, then I would put it there. And, you know, you don't have to have dividers. Again, this is all personal preference, but I do highly recommend with your emails to customize them to your brand, make them look beautiful, make them look like you. Another quick thing I want to hit on before I end this video is if you're looking to bring in little elements like these little arrows, what you can actually do is go to a site called i2symbol.com, and they have a lot of these symbols that are copy paste, and a lot of different platforms don't allow for emojis. Sometimes they show up as that little like blank square. So I like to use the symbols. You can use the emojis. You'll see here that there's all different types. I would go with a Windows emoji or a Samsung emoji, just because they are a little bit more wildly known to the interface of phones and computers. So that's just another little tip I wanted to show you guys. I really enjoy adding different elements into emails. Again, emojis, symbols, things like that, they draw the eye for people. So really get creative with these emails. They can be as long as you want, but I do want to remind you that at some point, if your email is too long, it will cut off in someone's browser. Whether they're on their phone or on a desktop, it will cut off because basically the email platforms, they don't allow for it being super long. So what I've done for my clients before in the past is I've actually put a little text box up above that just says like, hey, this message is super long. It's got lots of great stuff packed into it. Make sure you hit the view entire message button down below to view the entire email. You may have seen that before in the past, but it is pretty important to just remind them to do that, or there might be something important that gets cut off. But I'd like to say that you want to keep your emails short and sweet and to the point, because we live in a world where people don't really want to watch anything, read anything that is long form anymore. So just hi. So I think it's super important to just really keep your emails sweet, keep them to the point, keep the design really pretty, straight branding for your brand, and really let them know who you are inside of it with that branding. But then at the end of the day, you know, give them that valuable information. Your emails should be packed with value, whether they're sales emails or not. I always recommend like utilize these design features to really draw the eye of your customer. So those are my tips and tricks for email campaigns inside of Kajabi. I'll have more to come, but I wanted to drop you guys a couple of my few favorites and just show you how you can really utilize Canva to make your emails look very, very custom inside of Kajabi. That's going to be a reoccurring theme with Kajabi, is that using things like Photoshop and Canva and whatever design tools you're using, and pulling those images in and messing around with the colors, that's really going to make your emails stand apart. It's really going to make your landing pages stand apart. And so, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Keep watching for more. Make sure you subscribe. And I appreciate your time so much. Again, I want to keep these videos short and sweet and to the point and show you the things that I use on a daily basis as an online business manager for online business owners. So if you have any questions, please let me know right down in the comments. I'm always here for your questions, and I'll see you in the next one.